I'm talking about false evidence appearing real. What is that? What is that false evidence that appears real? It's fear. So is there anyone who's never feared of anything? Is there anyone? I would really like to see them and appreciate them if there is one person like that. But I'm sure we have all passed through one of those phases. And when we pass through such a phase, the first thing that comes to our mind is a friend or a relative or anybody who's next to you. They say, don't worry, it's just in your imagination, it'll just go on. For that moment, we feel that is the relief, that is the solution. But after that, 15-20 minutes, or after a day or a couple of hours, we will actually think for a solution. So I'm talking from this book, one of the very important books of the syllabus, Magic of Thinking Big. So here, I'm talking about the concept of fear. Like I said, we've all passed through this phase, and this fear is actually a psychological thing. It could be a worry or some tension or something that leads us to an embarrassment because of a negative management of our imagination. Okay, so it could be of any form, any kind, any size, but it is a mental infection. We are hearing a lot about infection outside as a physical infection, but this is a mental infection, which is even more dangerous, because someday in future, when we say, for example, take our mind as a bank. And what do you do in a bank? When you go and invest money, we all think about big monies, right? Maybe a lakh, 100,000, 2 lakhs, 200,000, anything like that. Or do we think of investing 1 rupee, 2 rupees? No, right? So let's consider this 1 rupee, 2 rupee as our small mentality. It could be a negative thought, or it could be something that we are enable of, or our failures, and these big monies as our positive things. So if someday, when we face a situation, if we keep investing negative in this mind bank, saying in it's your enable, or you're somebody who cannot solve this problem, then when the situation comes, the mind says, recall, do you recall the other day you were called a failure, you were called someone who was unable to do something, or you are not capable of doing it. And this is what mind will react like. Or you say, Mr. Banker, I want a solution for this situation, and I'm not able to find it. How can I get there? Instead of coming to a conclusion, if we tell our mind this particular phase, our mind will say, hey, remember the other day you were able to solve a similar problem like this, I think you can do it. And it will lead us to the solutions. So to come out of that fear, the first thing that we need is to act. Action cures fear. So the first thing that you need to do, the solution for actioning is, first thing is isolate your fear. Like what COVID is happening, people are isolated. So isolate your fear now, and then pin it down and determine what exactly you're afraid of. So for example, in my case, I'm scared of water, but it doesn't mean that I can't go into water, but because I feel like I'm going to get drowned. I can't breathe, and I can't stay in the water. That's aquaphobia. I thought it was hydrophobia all this while, but it's aquaphobia. And surprisingly, when I was preparing for this topic, I saw that even Vicky Kaushal is, scared of drowning. So he has a feeling that the moment he gets into water, he drowns. It's not like a pool or something, but something large. So that is still a fear. The first step is, when I know, that's my fear. This was there even before I read this book, it was there in my mind. And can you believe I have gone scuba diving? We've gone together scuba diving. My first confidence was he was there along, when something happens, he will still be there. But I took the step. So I determined what my fear exactly was, and I tried to figure out the solution. So then we need to take action. So that's the second step. So like I said, our mind is a bank, right? So if I kept telling that, no, you go into the water, you'll die, then I would have never stepped into water. I have done snorkeling, I have done scuba diving. It's a fear that I have come out of, right? So the whole thing, that we need to do is determine a fear and take action. So deposit positive things in our mind, and never allow a negative thought to go inside. Even if it goes inside, it's better to be more positive and wipe away that one. Even in fact, the biggest fear currently is COVID. So we all get scared while stepping out. So in case if you really want to step out, then we have all possible answers with us. Wear your mask, maintain social distancing. We all know that. Take your vitamins, supplements, whatever that is required for your body. Vitamin C, that, you know, we all know that it's immune, it's very good for our immunity, so we can fight the virus. So we know, when we know the fear, let's figure out what is keeping us away, I mean stopping us to execute and get the results. And we all definitely can pass on this fear. Now we know what fear is and what the solution is. After we come out of the fear, what is next? I need to be confident of facing it, right? So confidence, maybe I will talk next week, because until then, keep analyzing what could be possible to be confident to fight our fears and come out. So that's what I wanted to share.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Sahana, for sharing your talk and experience. It really added a lot of value. Definitely people must have related it. Aquaphobia, in fact, even I was not aware of it, that hydrophobia and aquaphobia are two different things. So thank you for sharing that as well. Great.